Another person on our rising list this year for 2024 is an artist by the name of Qbanaa. We've been playing her songs already this year here on 2FM, but now we're going to find out more behind her music. Qbanaa!
Hola! Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on getting on the rising list for 2024.
I am a bit flabbergasted. I don't really know what to say. Thank you so much.
We love playing your songs, but before we talk about your songs and your music, you said hola there. The songs we played here on 2FM have Spanish names.
Yeah.
Tell us about the name Qbanaa, which is your name, and also the Spanish influence.
Okay, so Qbanaa, when I created the name, I kind of wanted to mix in my Irish culture and my Cuban culture. So obviously Qbanaa is for Cubana, but the way that Irish people would say a Cuban, they'd pronounce it kind of with a Q. So, Qbanaa with a Q, it's kind of a lighthearted way of how Irish people pronounce Cubana, I don't know if that makes sense.
So you're bringing your Cuban flavour into your music.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what my goal is now for 2024. I have been doing that a little bit and kind of slipping it in here and there with some Spanish lyrics, and especially with Mundo en mis manos, I really honed in on that there, but my EP next year will bring more of that flavour.
Have you always concentrated on your Spanish language in your singing and in your performance, or is this a new thing for you now?
It's always kind of come naturally to me. I've always loved singing in Spanish. There's a couple singles there that Spanish didn't really make the cut, but that's just because I didn't think it was fitting to that, It's not like a conscious decision, it just kind of happens,
Yeah.
Because I speak Spanglish, so that's what my mom says. I speak a mixture of English and Spanish, and I intertwine the both together, which I think comes a lot with people from, that come from different countries.
And did you go to Cuba as a kid?
Yeah, so I'm actually going in January for a month. I'm taking a little bit of a hiatus. I'm doing a writing trip there. But I used to go every year, and I used to spend 4-5 months there at a time until I was until I started going to secondary school, and then I was I'm too cool for my family, and then I didn't go for years, which is so stupid because I regret that so much,
But you're going again in January, so
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You can reconnect with everybody.
Last time I was there was 2016, so I'm really excited.
Oh, this trip's going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
So you said that your Irish childhood was in Dublin.
Yes. So both my parents, they flew from Cuba to Spain, and then they came to Ireland as refugees, and then we grew up in North Frederick Street flats in Dublin 1, and kind of grew up with the Legion of Mary, the church where I started singing. They really took us in, and I got all my birthday presents, all my Christmas presents, all my clothes, socks, everything from the Legion of Mary. And so Dublin 1, which is the church that's right beside the flats, right? So that's where I kind of grew up.
So you started in the choir there. Now, so who brought you to the choir?
My nanny. So my mum brought my nanny over from Cuba to take care of me, because my mum she's such a powerhouse. She learned how to speak English through an opportunity that she got to study in the Royal College of Surgeons. So she learned English through medicine. But she spent all of her time working. And so she didn't want to put me in childcare and 24 hours a day. So she thought, bring my nanny over. My nanny took care of me. She's my second mother. But she was very, very, or still is very, very religious. So we spent a lot of time in the church singing. Yeah.
Together. So you could really credit your nanny for finding your voice?
Exactly. Yeah, she would always be singing with me. And she always taught me how to be very confident in my singing as well. Because she was when you sing, it doesn't matter who's listening. You're singing, to God, So I would belt out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I think I still kind of have that.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So what does she think of your style of music now?
Well, the communication to Cuba isn't amazing because the internet situation there isn't great. So I haven't had a chance to really show her a lot of my music. So I'm really excited to go. I'm going to bring my guitar and I'm going to just like show her a few of my songs.
Amazing.
And I hope she likes them. I'm sure she will. She's very supportive. So yeah.
So tell the 2FM listeners your style of music and your influences.
So I think if you listen to my recorded songs on Spotify, they're all very, very different. Like one of them is like an R&B track, the other one's kind of rock soul, and the other one is like drum and bass, garage. So I just went in because I used to love drum and bass, right? And so I was like, why not just make a track out of the whim? And then Mundo en mis manos is like Latin soul pop. So they're all quite different, but if you come to the live shows, like you can really see the main element of my music and what drives it is Latin soul, jazz and R&B. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's such a fusion.
Yeah, it's a big fusion and I love it.
You are on the rising list for 2024, which means that we get to play more of your music. Yeah. What does it mean for you and what are your plans for 2024?
Well, firstly, it's such an honour to have my music played on the RTE. Like just having my music supported in any capacity. I started it just because I broke my ankle and I was in my room for 4 months. And so I was like, right.
This is when you moved home from London?
Yeah, when I moved home from London, I had a bad accident and I had to like get surgery and stuff, and I only started releasing music because I was like, well, I have nothing else to do, you know, and I didn't really expect anything from it, although I had like my little hopes that like people would like my music, right? So for it to actually come to life, it's just, yeah, it's such an honour, and I kind of get speechless sometimes when people like my music, but it's really nice. And then my plans for 2024, like I have an EP coming out. I'm going to Cuba for a month. I'm going on the 1st of January, and I'm just going to see if I can write with other Cubans and bring back some flavours and then add it to the EP and release it. It's we just finished the photo shoot there, so it's all coming together.
Brilliant. Yeah. And we already play Mundo en mis manos. Did I say it right? Did I get it right?
Mundo en mis manos.
Okay. I see. I kind of just panicked in front of you.
No, it was perfect.
Tell us about that song.
So that song was a poem that I wrote on the way to Cork. I wrote it with 1,000 Beasts. Cian Sweeney, he's a G, he's really cool. And it's a song all about turning 25. I turned 25 in April, and I think that it took me quite a while to feel like really confident in myself and feel, you know, kind of like block out the noise of what I should be doing in my life. Like I feel very strong in my beliefs and my goals, and I know that I can reach them, and I finally feel like a butterfly, like a metaphorical butterfly. I struggled a lot in my childhood. Obviously living in Dublin 1 wasn't the easiest, but I finally feel like I'm in a place where I'm like really happy and really excited about life. So.
And we can't wait to hear more of your music. Qbanaa, congratulations. We can't wait to see you perform this year as part of the 2FM Rising List and to play your songs on the radio. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much.